Hello friends, today we're hiking up the Barnhardt Trail up to a segment of passage 23 of the Arizona Trail. Going to be doing some work up in the Mazatzals, as we have a couple of times on this channel, working with a great group of volunteers. You might see a few familiar faces from previous trips up here. If you want to check it out, click up in that upper left corner, and let's jump right into this one. Currently, we're hiking up the Barnhardt Trail, and we're going to be accessing a different portion of passage 23 this trip, because the last several trips we've focused on the southern end of it, and now we're focusing more on the northern end of it. The monsoon season this year in Arizona was pretty devastating. It delivered a lot of water, which is really good, but it's a double-edged sword. So now there's a lot more fallen trees, a lot of overgrowth, and things that don't really make hiking a trail pleasant. So it means we definitely have our work cut out for us today, and it's gonna be a great trip. So hopefully you guys will stick around through this whole video and see the awesome work we get done and see some beautiful views of the Mazatzal Mountains. Let's do it.
As we continued the drastic ascent up Barnhardt Canyon, beautiful views of the Mogollon Rim began to emerge in the distance, and the steep canyon walls kept the sun off of us well into the late morning. The admission cost to the Mazatzals is awfully steep, but I'd argue the price is worth it every time. Once we connected with the Arizona Trail at the Mazatzal Divide Barnhardt Junction, we met up with our group, made a quick stop by the spring, and promptly made our way to camp to get rest for the coming day of volunteer work. As morning broke, we divvied ourselves amongst a few different groups to work on different areas of the trail between segments 23B and C. Anna and I stayed close to camp because Anna strained her leg on the hike up the first day. But we got some great tread and water bar work accomplished, and the trail really needed it. In the area we worked on, water began carving a channel down the center of the trail, creating a cup shape. To fix this, we had to remove rocks that had become exposed due to washout and add channels to direct the water off of the trail. Over time, the trail in this area gets eroded very easily due to the extremely rocky soil. Dirt really is at a premium out here, and it's crucial to conserve it where you can.
Alrighty friends, just wrapping up our first day of volunteer work up on my section here on 23C. Today Anna and I figured out 2 water bars just like this one and did a whole bunch of good trail bed work, getting the really rough rocks out of the middle of the trail, getting some of the grass cleared out. the trail's looking pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to going back at this for day 2. There's still plenty of work that needs done up here, and I'm not even sure we're gonna get it all done in this trip. Probably not even close. So we'll be up here the next little while getting stuff done. So wish us luck, and if you guys come out here to the Mazzies, bring some loppers, bring them a clod or something, you know, come help out the effort. It's greatly appreciated. Let me show you what we got done today. I'll walk you through it. To here, this rock pile. So like I said, that was, what would that be? About 7 or 8 hours of work on this trail. And as you can see, it's only about a few hundred feet. It's slow work here in the Mazzies. There's not a lot of dirt. It's really rocky, and trying to build all the stuff that you need out here is difficult because you don't have a lot of dirt, have a lot of big rocks. Makes it really slow going. But all in all, we've gotten to work today with this amazing view of Mazzy Peak and this whole valley overlooking Chilson Camp. So really can't complain about the working conditions. I just wish that it was a little bit quicker so we could get some more of this trail treated, because a lot of it needs work. And as I said up here in the Mazzies, that work that needs doing, which there's a lot of it, is pretty slow going just due to the terrain, the exposure, and the geology. So it's, as I put it earlier today, I love my section of the AZT. It's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it's got good bones. Looking forward to another day tomorrow of fixing up. Good morning, friends. Pardon my sniffle, it got a little breezy last night and the dirt's getting to me. Today, we're doing a little bit more work on the Arizona Trail. Currently heading out about 2 miles from camp, down on my section, section 23C, to take care of some really bad cat claw we've been hearing reports about. Should be really beautiful though. Apparently there's also a waterfall right where I'm gonna be working. So should be a good time. It's a beautiful morning, nice cool air, just comfortable enough in the sun. It's a beautiful day to get some work done. So let's go out and get to it. Here's the waterfall. Pretty epic. So this right here is a thru hiker and trail manager's nemesis. This is cat claw. I believe it's of the acacia family, and it has really mean spikes that love to just reach out and grab your hands as you walk by. As you can see in this case, this is growing right in the middle of the trail, just about. We have another specimen back here that is growing in the middle of the trail. Stuff's really mean, and kind of kills the recreation out here, kills the vibe. So I'm gonna be out here chopping that to pieces, hoping to make it look a lot better. So let's get started on it.
Catclaw is actually a very interesting plant from an entomobotanical and taxonomic perspective. The young red beans that grow on this plant have been used by indigenous peoples throughout the Southwest and Mexico for hundreds, if not thousands of years as a food and spice. Although catclaw used to be a member of the acacia genus, in 2005 it was reclassified as a member of the newly created Senegalia genus because it and several other plants were found to be similar in character to acacias but had different genetic ancestry. There's a whole lot more than just teeth to these shrubs. I plan on doing a video that goes more in depth in this, so be sure to subscribe to learn more about this infamous plant.
Well, the catclaw that was up this way is no more. It was pretty gnarly. I probably had to remove about 20 whole bushes of the stuff. My shirt got pretty torn up, but the trail looks a lot better. It's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. Alrighty friends, still out here doing a whole bunch of brushing work. We've probably gotten about half a mile or so done. I took out a lot more catclaw, quite a bit of manzanita, and quite a bit of scrub oak and locust. The trail, honestly, is starting to look like a bit of a superhighway now where I've worked. Check it out. Nothing grabbing your face. Ooh, I gotta take care of that one. Except for that, nothing grabbing your toes. Now I just need to do a little bit of trail bed work next time I'm up here, and it'll be nice. Nice and open. It feels good to get this much work done, but just that is taking me 6 hours? No. Yeah, 6 hours of my day just to get about half a mile all pruned up. So we're gonna keep working towards camp for about another hour, hour and a half, and then head on back for dinner and last night of this trip, spending some good time with some good people. So let's keep going. Alrighty friends, it's now 3:35, just packing up to head back to camp. Didn't quite make it all the way back there, probably have another mile or so to go until camp, but just cleared out probably 3/4 of a mile. That valley you see way back over there, that's kind of where we started. So got some good work done. Just had a thru hiker come through and say how big of a difference it makes, because further back that way, obviously we haven't really touched it yet since monsoon season, so it's really thick, really scrubby still. But the thru hiker just came through and he said that the little stretch here made a huge difference for him, and he was thanking me a bunch. And that, you know, gives you that nice warm feeling in your heart that your work's actually worth something. The 7 hours I just put in here actually did something of meaning. So feels really good to get that right at the end of the day, right when you're getting all tired and just kind of fed up with all the plants. So it's a great way to wrap up my workday. Now I'm gonna start heading back to camp. Alrighty friends, got all packed up. Now just heading on out. First stop, Chilson Spring to fill up some water. And then heading out the Barnhardt Trail. It's really been an awesome trip. The last 2 days we really got a lot of great work done on the trail up here in the Mazatzal wilderness. Got to hang out with some really cool people. Some of my favorite people. And it's really just been a great trip. Would you agree, Anna?
Yeah.
Water bars. Yeah, as you saw our first day of volunteer work up here, we put in a couple of those water bars that help slow down the water as it goes down the trail. Instead of it digging into the trail, we redirect the water off the trail to do its own thing. But all right, just time to climb on out of here. Talk to you guys in a bit.
As we begin to head down the mountain, we make a quick stop at Chilson Spring to have breakfast and replenish our water for the hike down the mountain. The spring is pretty amazing. The water is just pouring out of a crack in the rock, and the views just can't be beaten. After leaving the spring, we hike a short way and come across a campsite with several fire rings that were full of garbage. We quickly cleaned this area up, dismantled the extra fire pits, and hauled the garbage down with us.
Alrighty friends, about halfway down the mountain. We just made it kind of down off the ridge top where the Mazatzal Divide Trail is, down a little basin, and now we're overlooking Barnhardt Canyon. Check it out. It's absolutely crazy descent. You can actually see the cars way out in the distance down there. We're about to drop like 2,000 feet vertical in like 3 miles. It's pretty steep, but makes for some amazing views. Isn't that right?
Beautiful.
Are you excited to be headed down the mountain?
It's a love-hate relationship. I wish I could just be up here forever, but also...
It's better than uphill, right?
Oh, God, yeah. I'm gonna protect your hips at all costs, people.
We stop at Big Kahuna Falls for lunch and take in the views of this wonderful waterfall in the desert that is just such a contrast to the surrounding landscape before we continue our rocky descent down to Barnhardt Trailhead.
Alrighty friends, we made it back to the car safely.
Woo!
Made it all the way down the Barnhardt Trail, all 7 or 8 miles we did today. It was really a beautiful little hike down the mountain. Not too many issues, no injuries, really just cruised on down that hill, checked out some good waterfalls, saw some cool wildlife, and really just took in the views. It was an awesome, awesome trip, and we got some great work done up there. It was just a great time. Anything to add?
Backpacking? My hip doesn't like it, but I like it. And this guy, great guide.
I'm glad that I have her stamp of approval. If you want to see some of my other gear review and hiking videos, check it out over there, or check out my channel down below. Now all that's left to say is thank you guys so much for watching today's video and coming along with us on this volunteer adventure. If you want to get involved with volunteering on the Arizona Trail, go to aztrail.org/volunteer. I will be having a volunteer event coming up in the next month or so, so definitely check on there in Passage 23, the Mazatzal Mountains, Mazatzal Divide. It's going to be a great time. Thank you, friends, so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a like down below. It really helps a bunch. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down in the comments section. I'll be reading all those comments. Also, we're getting so close to our 1,000 subscriber mark, and it would mean the world if you'd help me get to that milestone. So please leave me a subscribe down below. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. Now all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Stay groovy.